So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first-day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. Well, terms like genius and legend are often used, overused in football, but there is very little doubt that they do apply to this fella, the great Ronaldinho.
One of the best there's ever been, Peter, and always with a smile.
He was born with a football at his feet. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
So off we go then. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. That's going wide left. Gerrard gets flagged offside. Dani Olmo, and it's Gerrard. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
McAllister does well to get it back. Kalulu kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Alexander-Arnold. Here's Tchouaméni, and it's McAllister. Alexander-Arnold finding himself in space. Chance for a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Alexander-Arnold with the short one. And now they can spring out of defence. Politano, he is onto this. And it's made its way to him. Looking for the run. Can he finish? And he couldn't finish.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Upamecano, Dani Olmo, Gerrard, and it's Tchouaméni to McAllister. Now it's Dani Olmo. Tchouaméni, McAllister, and shifted it to the flank. Here comes the cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Ronaldinho gets it away. Tomori. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Mbappe. He's on it, can he get away? Lacroix does well not to be outdone there. So it is still 0-0. McAllister. This looks promising. Foot in. So what can they make of this? Now it's Politano. Cafu. And it's Ronaldinho. In with the challenge. Dani Olmo. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now it's McAllister. And here's Mbappe. Oh, nicely intercepted. Lacroix. And Carreras. Now it's Ronaldinho. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Totti. And he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And no, he's seen through all of that. Ronaldinho! He's done very well to get to that.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Politano. Cafu. Chance, surely! And he's done it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
He's had it taken off him. That has ended up in no man's land. And he cuts out the supply. Cafu.
Inter truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Politano. Can he get it through? Now it's Vinicius Junior. Gets a good foot in there. Lacroix did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Look, the only way of becoming more aware, Peter, is by lifting your head and realising who's where around you.
Not a hint of offside here. McAllister. Dani Olmo. Now it's Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Oh, played right into his path. Lacroix. Carreras. Distributed tidily. Great vision. And he was quick to react. Edmilson. Gerrard. And it's Totti. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He won't be happy with that one. Chouameni. McAllister. Knocks it into space. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And the referee has signalled for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Inter Milan go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
He's found a way through. Gerrard. McAllister. Passing is crisp and sharp. Gerrard. Politano receives it in a good position here. Tchouaméni.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Inter Milan still trailing by 1 and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. No, couldn't quite catch up to that. Out of play for a goal kick. Now it's Mbappe. That's destined for the flank. Nice touch. That's cause for mild irritation. Totti has found the net here, of course. Oh, strongly challenged there. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.314 spettatori.
Inter are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Oh, that's a key interception. Not the most accurate pass. Time and again they are repelled. Totti. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's in one-on-one. It's Totti! And that's a sharp finish. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Simplicity itself.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
So that's 2 now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Dani Olmo. Floated through. McAllister. Tchouaméni. And he's intervened well there. Gerrard. A picture of focus and alertness. Vinicius Junior. He's had a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
The less said about that pass, the better. Inter Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Inter Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Totti. That's a little off target. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
He's having a shot! Oh, that's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So a lead courtesy of an own goal. Inter Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Tomori. Tomori spots it and intercepts. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Alexander-Arnold gets a foot in here.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game. Inter are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence, or attack, for that matter.
Now it's Ronaldinho. And here's Totti. Tchouaméni. Gerrard. He's cut it out. Can he finish? That is decidedly lacking. Chouameni. And it's Alexander-Arnold. McAllister. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Edmilson. And the number on the board is 3. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Ronaldinho. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, brilliant save. Ronaldinho plays it short. Mbappe. Oh, good-looking ball. Somewhat off target. So that's it. It is all over. So that is it. The end. Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash. And no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming, or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. And the shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Well, he's the one person you wanted that to fall to, and we saw this.
Now it's Ronaldinho, and this is Totti, aimed beyond the defence, and the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. That has not gone well. He is through here, and he's in on Ronaldinho! And for a moment, time stood still.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished. I'd really like to see Ronaldinho given freedom on the left flank here, Peter.
Yeah, the idea being that, of course, he can make good use of those dancing feet.
Yeah, and playing out wide just gives him more room and allows him to come inside onto his stronger foot, either to shoot or to link up with those who are congregating centrally.
Ball swung in. No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
They've played it short. And this is Messi. Backward it goes. And now a sudden chance to counter. Cafu. Nice looking ball. And that has been cleared. But they've got it again. Carreras, in towards the back. Oh, great leap! He's done very well to get to that.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Ronaldinho plays it short. Now the delivery.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Berbatov. And Berbatov! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Crossed into the middle.
That's good defensive concentration.
Back in, what towering header! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now it's Messi. Foot in. Totti, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Now it's Politano. Maybe goalless, but it is not without interest.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
And it's Azar. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Ronaldinho, looking to play him in. Carreras, finding himself in space. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And it's Gerrard. That's going wide left. He is just caressing the ball. Incoming delivery. That's a decent clearance. Messi. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Totti. Now it's Politano. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Hazard receives it in a wide position. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Totti. Totti really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Neymar, forced to go back. That's destined for the flank. That's very neat. Tries a measured ball. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He can run onto that. Berbatov! McAllister gets it away. Tomori, Lacroix. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Berbatov. That's a good ball out wide.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Hangs one in. And he gets rid in a hurry. Neymar. For Messi. Can he get on the end of this? Ronaldo gets into a good position. Messi. There's the shot! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. The midway point of the game.
A very entertaining half, Peter. The game's being played at a really good intensity. It's been open. It's been quite end-to-end, and I think the crowd are really immersing themselves into this, and I just hope we get more of the same in the second half. Something to look forward to.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. So, into the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Edmilson. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played out to the left flank. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Hazard. And that's going right the way across. Now it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Spread it left. And here's Hazard. That's tidy. Politano was in no mood for any of that.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Ronaldinho. He's had it taken off him. Inter Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Ronaldinho. Totti. That has been slung wide. And the ball is out of play. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. It's a really well-measured ball. McAllister looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
Serginho. And that's really well manoeuvred.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He has found the way through. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Ronaldinho is flagged offside. That's an imaginative pass. Messi picks it up out wide. Tries a shot! And there's his goal! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Numero 14.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Inter Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
Oh, that was vital.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's had it nicked away.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cafu. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Looking for options for movement. And this is Ronaldo. Hazard. And this is Ronaldo. In once more. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Tchouaméni, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I just think, though, that was selfish and a little uncalled for him. He must have been aware that he had options to his left.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. It's a goal kick. Inter Milan can make their change now with a break in play. Vinicius Junior to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, it's no doubt a positive one. They want to make sure they finish the job from here.
Lascia il campo per il numero 11.
Inter Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. 1-0 as we head towards the end. And he was quick to react. Gerrard. And it's Ronaldinho. Now it's Vinicius Junior. In with the challenge.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, that's a fine interception. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. And this is Ronaldo. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Serginho. And here's Vinicius Junior. Spread out to the left. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Edmilson. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more. Well, certainly result-wise. This is a game they wanted to win for so many reasons, and his players did a sterling job carrying out the instructions. Thoroughly enjoyable.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Signore e signori, attenzione, un annuncio importante. Il papà del bambino che indossa una maglietta gialla è atteso all'area informazioni.
Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day. Two teams, each seeking the perfect pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We are just getting started. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. Played back into the centre, over to the right flank, and it's Messi. Now it's Ronaldinho. Great vision. And here's Totti. He's free, he has got space. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And this is Ronaldo. Played out to the left flank. Hazard has it out wide and in space. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Carreras crosses it in, and this is Berbatov. Ronaldinho goes short. Nice control. Swings in across. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. They've played it short. Politano receives it in a terrific effort. He will be livid with himself. Inter Milan, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Politano in acres of space out wide. Decent shot! Has another go! And the ball's come loose here. McAllister.
I don't think there's a player out there, Peter, who is as tactically flexible as Francesco Totti. Of course, we know him best as a number 10 or a deeper line forward.
And does history record him as the first player really to play that kind of false nine role?
Yeah, I think that's right. And he was able to do that because of his great physicality to go with that wonderful technique. Who would have thought at the time that he would start a global trend, one that's become a standard now in leagues all around the world?
Trailblazer.
Absolutely.
Gerrard, who's chosen to go back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
Could move up a gear here. Gerrard. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And here's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That's a sharp pass.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
That ball looks a good one. All Black gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Gerrard. And it's Hazard. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Defending of the desperate variety. Gerrard. Oh, there's a probing ball. Looking to play him in. And this is Ronaldinho. Oh, well played. McAllister. Oh, good spread. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Totti. He's found a way past, and here's Politano. Aimed beyond the defence. An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Tchouameni tries to clear. Hazard with a fine tackle. Ronaldinho with the short one. He's having a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Cafu, Politano. He's had a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
There will be 1 minute at a
Play
time.
for a throw. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Punched away. He's going for goal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's been taken short. And this is Messi. Has to go back here. Shot, surely! Now, who's going to be first to this? And this is... And the shot! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
Quick request for support.
The midway point of the game.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Everyone, please welcome the two sides.
So right back into the action. So the first half brought no goals. Ronaldinho. Now, what about a counter-attack? Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Alexander-Arnold. Great defending, strong and determined. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Shifted it to the flank. Hazard. Hazard stood his ground strongly. Politano.
They've got to be quick moving this forward. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he has been fouled there. And it's Neymar. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Now it's Ronaldinho. Chouameni looking for a runner.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
That has been knocked away. McAllister distributed tidily. Alexander-Arnold finding himself. Oh, good effort! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
And still, we await the first breakthrough. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Spread to the right. Looking for options for movement. McAllister is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Cristiano Ronaldo! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's not getting any further than that. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Ronaldinho. Gerrard. Turns back here, probably the best option. And Carreras. Gerrard. And he welcomes it in. All Black claims comfortably. And he was quick to react. Nicely spread. And here's Politano. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And it's Azar. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Totti. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Substitutions taking place.
Inter Milan making further changes here, and in quick succession. And there's going to be a major shake-up in the attack here.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what system they'll be playing with now, Peter.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Dani Olmo. McAllister. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Inter really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Now it's Ronaldinho. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Can he get onto this? Doué. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ronaldinho providing an outlet on that flank. Now it's Doué.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Substitution in progress.
Inter Milan have opted to make another change here. That's a decent clearance. That's a nicely weighted header! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Rice clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
No outsmarting him this time. Can he get it through? Space for him to turn and look. Danny Olmo. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Politano was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And no, he's seen through all of that. Ronaldinho picks it up out wide. Lovely bit of skill. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time, so we are still gridlocked.
Well, the scoreline may have a disappointing look about it, Peter, but that's where it ends. I think this game has had a real lively feel, and I'm not ready to give up on it yet.
So here we go then, extra time is coming up.
Substitutions taking place.
So our quest to find the winner continues. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Chouameni. Alexander-Arnold. Tomori kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's a good ball out wide, and they can counter here. Now it's Totti, played out towards the right wing. Politano plays it in. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Alexander-Arnold. Doué. And it's Rice. That's destined for the flank. Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And that takes a shot! Oh, that could be pivotal! A breakthrough! So late in the day! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Can he get on the end of this? And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's neat. Well read. And the danger is averted. Early ball out from the back. Vinicius Junior is onto it in a flash. Serginho. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Succumbs to the pressure. Now it's Politano. He's picked his way through. And the through ball. And this is Totti. So there's the whistle, and we will have a brief break.
Today, that parking in the area around
So the breakthrough has come. Will it prove enough to get over the line? 15 minutes still remain. we're off for the final time. They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Politano. He's a sharp little ball here. Alexander-Arnold. Doué. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's on it. Can he get away? It's a really well-measured ball. Politano receives it in a wide position.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? And it's Totti. Totti going face-to-face with... And the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Chouameni. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Rice. And Dani Olmo. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And we're done. Inter Milan have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Inter can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Those of you making their way home on public transportation today, please watch the screen for train departure times from all local major stations.
you